The Sultan of Sokoto has now petitioned the Southwest Governors, High Court of the Federation, saying that the Southwest Governors are doing everything possible
to hinder Sharia.
Yeah, to subjugate the Yoruba Muslims and the Igbo Muslims, that they are fighting against the Sharia court, which is constitutionally recognized. Mazura Foko, what's your reaction?
See, let me tell you, I don't know why someone should, leave his own headache instead of buying paracetamol and the rest of the, medical remedy to headache. He is dying for another person instead of his own. What concerns Sultan of Sokoto, of all people? Do you know how many miles, kilometers from Sokoto to southwestern Nigeria? After jihadists, Osman Dan Fodio worked hard to spread tentacles of Islamization into the southern Nigeria in 18th century. The current sultana of that state, that region, are still working hard to perfect what Osman Dan Fodio started. What is this kind of madness? Yoruba Muslims, of course, they succumbed to Osman Dan Fodio's conquests. Does not mean that the Yorubas are fools. They are not fools. What are you saying? Bringing in Sharia law, does it have anything to do with bringing Islam into Southwest? Yoruba embrace it, they practice it because they are Muslims and living in harmony, peace, and serenity with their neighbors, with their brothers and kinsmen in the Southwest. What else does Sultan of Sokoto want the Yoruba nation to do? Until they start firing people here, anybody that use Quran or abandon Quran or refund Quran or spit by mistake, Quran is there. Yoruba people will start spying, disaliving such people. That is when Sokoto Caliphate. That's when Sokoto Caliphate will say, yes, the Yoruba Muslims are getting it right. Is Sultan of Sokoto not supposed to address the issue of the fact that Yoruba imams are not allowed to hold worship session in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, in Sokoto State, the headquarters of Caliphate, in Kaduna State, where they have the biggest mosque in northern Kaduna? Is supposed to address the issue of the war of the fact that Yoruba Muslims have been subjugated to various, let me say, civilities and servitude by their Fulani counterparts many years, to the level that they don't regard Imam from Yoruba land, they don't regard Alpha from Ogun State, they don't regard Sheikh from Osun State, Oyo State, Kwara State. What is wrong with Fulani? It is the high time the Yorubas or the Arab Yorubas should wake up, because if you allow Fulani, they will turn this land into desert. Yoruba will be counted as a region in the southern Nigeria, romancing and allying with Sahel countries of West Africa. The Yorubas, of course, if you study them, they are Negroid. Their character, physical appearance and features, they are Negroid in nature. I don't know the reason why the Sultana Caliphate, Sokoto, is bent on this their dangerous dominance. The Fulani dominance has not ended in the north, whereby they have subjugated their honorable hosts, the Hausas, to all manners of what? Deprivation, marginalization, and subjugation, and let me say, compression, suppression, and oppression. I don't know what they want else they want again. Sultanate has been arguing and arguing, canvassing and canvassing, campaigning over the years for the Yorubas not to have Oba chief, but what? Emir. That's why at the axis where Islam set its foot in 200, 18th century ago, that was at the axis of a Lauren, a campaign and campaign. They removed the Obas. It was a bloody coup. Afonja was beheaded, disallowed. Why? Bloody one. Afonja was removed. They now replaced Afonja with a man from that migrated from desert, Sahara Desert region of Futajelo Highland, Senegambia. Why? And the Yorubas are very slow in thinking and learning. They could not catch it in time. Now they are suggesting Sharia law in Lagos State, Sharia law in Ogun State, Sharia law in almighty Osun State, and the main political capital of Yoruba politics, Oyo State. It is too bad.
The Sultan is saying that this Sharia court will not reach the Christians, that it is only targeted for the Muslim Yorubas. How true is this? Because again, he has said that the governors might just get ready for battle if they continue to resist the Yoruba Muslims in practicing their religion in full.
Thank God Almighty, who has been supplying me with wisdom and understanding to know how I will at least, take your interjection and questions. Listen and listen good. It comes like rain, night rain. That was how it gripped the axis of Turkey in the Middle East Europe. They allowed it came, and they actually invaded Turkey. The way night rain comes, invaded the roofs all night. Before you know it, it started dripping from the roof down to the inward rooms of the houses. That is how they deceived Turkey many centuries ago. Turkey was a Christian nation. They allowed them to infiltrate them using this kind of statement, tricks. Before you know it, the whole Southwest will be under Sharia law, Islamic stringent rules and regulation. Very, very satanic. I'm sorry to say that, because they always spy, disalive and demise people. It is satanic. You can never convince Yoruba man just to become very docile and let me say gullible. With gullibility, they will enter you and turn Southwest to a slaughterhouse region. A slaughterhouse whereby Christians will be rejoicing and praising their God. Some persons will invade their church, various churches, and start buying them. No, don't allow them to do what? To manipulate your brain. The Fulani oligarchs in the north, Fulani invaders, are manipulative experts. Such prowess have never been actually seen in any other race or tribe in Africa. They are very, very clever. And when they come with all their animals, begin to cheer meat among you. When they want to come, they come with all their beautiful women, pointed nose. They begin to give their daughters and women into marriage with you. Before you know it, they will enter you. Those women will be used as mechanism to do what? To inflict such heavy injuries in the people concerned, as they did to the Hausas. They used their woman, manipulated the Hausas, disalived the Hausa kings, local chiefs, traditional rulers in their large number. And that was how Fulani took over the whole north. The entire north is under siege, was under siege in the past, is subjected to siege right now, as the Hausa militias and the Fulani militants are slugging it out in their various forests.
Well, it seems
no, don't allow them.
It seems there has been a quick reaction from the Ooni of Ife. The Ooni of Ife has issued his own letter stating that as far as Southwest is concerned, he is the supreme leader that defines and determines what can be introduced spiritually and religiously. But I've also seen some Fulanis in the comment section of social media saying that religion is higher and above every other religion in the world. That
their own religion.
Yes. That indeed Allah is one and He is the most powerful. That the Ooni of Ife should not be taken seriously.
I need to interject on that, calling Allah the most powerful. Listen and listen good. The most powerful God on earth is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God discovered many centuries, let's say BC, by Abiyama. Abiyama in Igbo, in English, is Abraham. God of Melchizedek, to whom Abraham paid tithes. The king of Salem, he is the God. Number one God that created Noah. And actually he prepared Noah during the time of the great flood that sent the whole entire earth into what? Extinction. I mean, all the living animals on the surface of earth were disalived, demised, and extincted by this great flood that comes from the greatest maker of heaven and earth, the God of Noah, the God of Adam, the God of Abraham. Whom are the Fulanis? Who are they that are saying that Allah is the most powerful? My God, the God of Abraham, is the most powerful God. The God that created heaven and earth. After all, he has actually explained to us, entire humanity, whom he is. By what? Doing great signs and wonders in our century, in other centuries, many thousand years BC. He had proven himself to be the highest. I will not just sit back and see some persons imposing their gods on me without me announcing to the whole world that my God, my religion, which is not religion actually, Christianity, was on earth, praising and worshiping God of Abraham 630 years before the introduction of what this Imam in the north are telling you about their what? Islam and Allah. Na lie. Na lie. If Allah is that powerful, he wouldn't have allowed Hamas, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Fulani jihadists, and the headers to be buying people in the bush. He would have proved himself. When it matters most, the God of Abraham will come down and prove himself, which was why he came down to us in the likeness of man, Jesus the Christ, his only begotten Son. He actually announced God to the whole world whom he is. And today, we've embraced Jesus. We've embraced our God. Sheikh Gumi, Sultan of Sokoto, and the entire Fulani should go back to Senegambia, Futajolo Highland, and leave Yorubas alone to romance, worship, and praise their God.
At this stage, it seems that the prophecies of one man, Nnamdi Kanu, are finally coming
to pass. It's playing
There was
out.
a time that the Nnamdi Kanu came out and warned the Yorubas that they must be highly careful, not just for political gains, because the Fulanis have been known to be an exceptional deceptors.
Too deceptive.
Today, we can now see that these things are coming to pass. Just yesterday, we can see that Afenifere group are now demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The Afenifere groups are now demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Could it be because of the fear of incursion by the Fulanis, knowing fully well that the only man that stands as the greatest resistance against the continuous conquest agenda of the Fulani is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What's your reaction to that?
Oh, okay, let me tell you, Afenifere is not supposed to be only just saying it or voicing out. They're supposed to be at least trooping into the office of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to actually demand for unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, who has proven to be the greatest prophet of our time. He actually predicted in the past what we are seeing today in the Southwest, that time shall come when they will come with their deceptive crafts and schemings to do what? To infiltrate, manipulate, and deceive the Yorubas. It is on course. It is going on. And it is coming in their, let me say, most painful ways. The Fulanis are just saying it, singing it, that this time around, time shall come when they shall come with their sword, their arms, and their guns to force the Yorubas into believing their bloody ideology. But still, I thank Ooni of Ife. Ooni himself has been the paramount Oba of Southwest. He's trying to at least distance the Yorubas from Fulani conquests and the Islamic ideology. Ooni has proven it that he went to school, he read history. Ooni actually, as a young man, was there in his 40s, coronated, well conferred, respected, and honored by the king makers in the Southwest. They actually gave it to him, and he has proven it that he's an educated man. This time around, came up for the Fulanis. As far as Ooni is there, as far as his second Olu Ibadan of Ibadan are there, I think Fulanis, they will have no success story to tell. But what? Stories of war. Yorubas have turned their back on suggestion from the Emir of Kano Sanusi, suggestion from Sultan of Sokoto, the highest and biggest oil well owner in Nigeria. He is an invader. He has invaded Nigeria and is trying to express himself, validating or at least making it a reality, a promise he gave to their forefathers, Ottoman and Fodio, to conquer the entire southern Nigeria and draw their sword into the depths of Atlantic Ocean. No, 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 no is the answer. Yorubas said no to Islamic agenda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that brilliant submission.
Though it is not good, but there are people who like to do it. So you must understand these areas where this for somebody who does that. We never.
Okay. Thank you. Your problem is you don't want eradication of immorality. You felt you should do anko with your Muslim friends in the context of immorality. They should not have Sharia courts that will checkmate them. Thank you. Your concerns are well taken. Your own is concern, it's not phobia. You know before God and man that nobody is capable of doing you short sleeve, as you call it in Nigeria. Nobody. No Sharia court, even English court, go do you short sleeve. Owele, thank you for your concern. Let's move the mic. We'll come back to you.
But do you know why I'm not going to attack Owele? Because I think when we were saying this Sharia stuff, I don't think he was on Twitter, he was online there. So maybe that's the reason why he's saying all this stuff. Assuming he was on
Jaka excuse it.
I think he was busy then.
Owele, the last time you were in Kano, you know, say I get evidence, everything way you do, and they don't give you short sleeve till you come back. They don't give you short sleeve. From Kano, you move to Kaduna, you know everything where you do. So calm down. Sharia is about eradication. Sharia is about eradication of immorality. This will be. Sharia is about eradication of immorality amongst Muslims. It no go concern you. Thank you. Who is going next? Okay, I think it dropped. Omo. Is Diva Berry a female?
Yeah.
You know, Sharia respect.
Let's give her Sharia respect women more than men. So let's give her this.
Yes. Let's have Diva Berry. Diva Berry, good morning. Welcome to Sharia Space. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Long ma.
My Yedanu. Me, you want Morawa. My let Diva Berry talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diva, let's have
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. I just came up here to talk to DMX that you don't need to show emotions and argue with people. You already know your religion, and you doing that, I think they are trying
Thank
to
you.
trigger you. Then you
Oh
allow them
wow.
talk. That's just what I came up to say.
So sweet. Thank you. That you came up just because of me. Thank you.
No.
Just because Diva Berry is talking sweet now. I thought it's of you. Almajiri, you are going next. No, Egbon.
Diva sọ pé
Dùn
salamu
fẹ́ pé
alaikum.
Diva Berry.
Wà á kọ́kọ́
Wà alaikum
ní
salam, my
sùúrù
sister.
kó.
Wà alaikum salam.
Iná tẹ̀sùbá àfà.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n
Á
ṣó
kọ́kọ́
ń
kọ́
dùn
wọ
yín pé
gan
wọ́n
lẹ́kọ̀ọ́
dárúkọ
ṣẹ̀ríà.
yín ni? Orúkọ mi lọ́dẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹ ń dáhùn. Obìnrin wá sókè ó
Nítorí
dárúkọ DMX sí kan. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó dáa nìyẹn ni?
ní sùúrù.
Mi lórí
Diva
obìnrin
wà.
ẹ̀gbọ́n o. Mi lórí obìnrin o.
Ṣé o mọ̀ pé kò ní sùúrù. Ṣẹ̀ríà kọ́ wa ní ká ṣe sálámà, ká ṣe peace. Diva came to make peace. Salamu alaikum DMX. Wà á kọ́kọ́ ṣe wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Diva, thank you so much. Mùsùlùmí máa ń ṣe sùúrù.
Almajiri, no be you that they give love emoji. Almajiri, why you dey return the love emoji? Èwo ni wèrè gan? Na you that they send love emoji ni Almajiri. Why they can't reply love emoji? Diva Berry, you are welcome, my sister. I will talk in the DM. I will go.
Àwọn oníṣìná méjì nonsense. Ṣìná host and
You be case study online, DMS. You be case study.
Come on. Why do you share Lori phone? Call me. Do I want to share?
Move on. Let me give Winnie co-host.
Yeah,
I need a balance.
Thank you.
Let me give Winnie
Ẹ̀gbọ́n,
pause.
why are people jealous? Just because someone came up
I
and
don't
mentioned
want
DMX.
to. Once check
Why are
your
people jealous?
temper. You have deviated from the topic. You are focusing on what's up? Assalamu alaikum. It's me they greet, no be me they greet.
Don't mind,
Diva,
Winnie,
Diva
don't
Berry,
mind them,
Diva Berry,
Jerry.
àbí
One
ìṣe?
singing voice,
What
people
is it?
have
Ẹ̀gbọ́n, you
scattered. You
people should keep quiet. Diva Berry, ṣó ti jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí fún mi
You
100.
lose focus. What you lose
Ṣó
focus?
ti jẹun fún mi
See
100.
co-host. Nonsense.
Àwọn ti
Nice.
jẹun.
In nonsense, Baka.
Ó ti
In
jẹun
they
ó
nonsense,
yá
should
ẹja
Baka.
send that
You
continue.
are
Shariah
moving. You are
court.
What
moving.
They
Don't
need
even
to
go.
show